Hi, Dr. Elva Edwards here from HealingChildhoodLoss.com, and I'm in the middle of a series talking each week about one of the ways that you could have lost a parent when you were a child. Today's way is prison. If your parent was in prison when you were a child, they were not able to be there for you, not in the way that we wanted our parent to be there, even when they are very emotionally want to be there emotionally for their child, they can't be there physically for their child. And sometimes in prison there are so many problems that perhaps they can't even be there emotionally for the child. I hope you know that not everyone who's in prison is guilty. They've had so many people who have been found to be innocent since they've had the DNA project, where certain people who are in law school go and sample or test the DNA kits that were not tested at the time and found, that wasn't the person who did it. And sometimes they've been in prison for 30 years. So let's not make hard and fast judgments about people. And even when people did it, is there no redemption? There should be. And when a person is on parole or gets out, hopefully they won't reoffend and they can be there. But during this time that a person has a parent in prison, lots of questions come up like, well, is my parent a bad person? Or did they do something wrong? Because when you're a child, every time you turn around, you're being taught, don't do this, don't do that, this is wrong, this is right. And so we're very much as children into that right and wrong. And look, a lot of people who are in prison did offend. But I hope that you know that about 50% of the people in prison are there for very small drug offenses. Only 3% of the people in prison are there because of violent crime. And that the United States has more people in prison than any other country, I think, in the world. So let's recognize that, prison is a difficult situation. And if your parent was in prison, it's very unlikely that they could be there, maybe even emotionally for you, even though they may have loved you with all their heart. And so as an adult, you get to adulthood, and it gives you this feeling of uneasiness about yourself or lack of confidence, not knowing how to behave in a certain way, or not being full of excitement for your future because, here your parent, you didn't have them when you needed them to say, hey, you go get the world. Go, Tiger, go. And so it leaves us wanting the love that we did not get. I want you to know, if your parent was in prison, what your parent did to get in prison, even if it was a small drug offense, has nothing to do with you. And it's hard for us to get that sometimes, that what my parent did, isn't who I am. And so sometimes we take on the burden of other people when it's not ours. And then we have to learn how to let that go lovingly toward yourself. Next week, I will talk about losing a parent as sickness. Have a great week.